Imagine this, it's Monday morning, you're barely awake, the coffee's still brewing, so you grab your phone and you scroll through your inbox, then boom, there's an email marked urgent, unpaid invoice. It's got your name on it, and there's a clean looking PDF attachment right at the bottom, and you don't think twice about it. And just like that, you might have handed the scammers everything they needed to drain your bank account. In this video, we're going inside the anatomy of a phishing email. Not just what it says, but how it was engineered to fool people who should know better. What's up, cyber heroes? I'm Boyd Clewis, internationally recognized cybersecurity expert. On YouTube, you can call me Sherlock Homie. But when phishing emails start dropping my name and forged invoices, you already know they messed with the wrong one. Today, we're going to dive into a real phishing attempt that almost got my team to cut a check to some fake accountants, y'all. Now, no wild graphics, no red flag tutorials, just a real email. By the way, this is one of the biggest attack vectors scammers use, and they have stolen billions of dollars with exactly what I'm about to show you. So if you want to make sure that you don't fall for these tricks, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so that you are notified whenever I drop new videos every single week, so that you can protect yourself and stay 10 steps ahead of these scammers. Let's jump right into this scam email right now. All right, cyber heroes, this is wild. So last week I was in my team meeting with my executive team, and my chief operating officer says, "Hey Boyd, I think somebody's trying to fish you." This, by the way, was good news to me because they identified the problem, which means well done, Sherlock Homie. The company lives to see another day. But check this out. I want to break this down so you know the tactics that these scammers are using and what you can do at home to protect yourself. So first of all, if we look at this email right here, starting from the top, scammers are going to use a subject line that is geared toward getting you open. So they said, concerning the unpaid CCL Mobis subscription invoice. What the heck is a CCL Mobis? Let me tell y'all this, cyber heroes. One of the biggest weaknesses that humans have when it comes to getting scammed is curiosity. Curiosity. They said curiosity, the cat. You know what happened, right? But curiosity will get you hacked. If that was good to you, let me know in the comments. I just made that up on the spot. No script here. Okay, so we have the curiosity with the title. But what they did in this email is so ninja. And it would have worked, again, if I had not trained my team. So this email says, "Hello, AP accounting team. Attached is the outstanding invoice as requested by Boyd Clewis. Below is a detailed summary of our earlier communications regarding this email. We kindly request that you address this payment at your earliest convenience, and as it is considerably overdue. Kindly address this balance at your earliest convenience." All right. Now, before we jump into the next trick these attackers are using, let me be real with you for a second. When I'm breaking down these phishing emails, investigating hacks, or prepping for my team to stay 10 steps ahead of these scammers, I'm in this chair all day long. And that's why when FlexiSpot reached out to sponsor this video, I didn't hesitate, because I'd been looking for a real upgrade for my old chair that was more shakier than some of these fake invoices from scammers. That thing had no lumbar support, no headrest movement, just vibes and back pain. The FlexiSpot C7M is different. The headrest is 3D adjustable, so I can tilt it to the exact angle that I need when I'm editing or locking in for those 2-hour security calls. And the lumbar support, this is the part that I didn't know I needed. It supports both the lumbar and the sacrum, and not just the lower back, which means it actually is built for how we sit today, not how chairs were designed 20 years ago. The seat cushion has this latex memory foam situation. It's soft where it needs to be, firm where it should be. Look, if you spend as much time in your chair as I do, don't cheat your spine. You can get a 30-day risk-free trial and a 10-year warranty. And if you're on a tighter budget, check out the C5 chair too. Still ergonomic, but still built right. Use my link and code in the description to get the best deal possible. And thank you to FlexiSpot for supporting scam awareness content that helps us all stay safe and connected online. So this is what I was telling you the scammers did that was so ninja, y'all. They forwarded, I'm air quoting, an email from Boyd Clewis. Now, when I say they forwarded, y'all, this is not a forwarded email. All they did was type this text down here. So that they created this fake email says, "Hi John, I have acknowledged and examined the invoices. I received a notification through my portal indicating that the payment is overdue. And in the course of the registration process, I identified the blank as the correct billing contact. Please send them for prompt processing." Okay, so there's a big glaring red flag in this whole process that maybe y'all have. Maybe you see it, maybe you don't. We're going to see in a second. If you think you see it, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to show you. Okay, so they fabricated this whole bottom email down here to make it look like they had actually corresponded with me. And that doesn't make sense. So let's look into this again. So first of all, if John Anderson is the person that's supposed to be sending me the email, right? His email down there is this John A at this ccl.usa. Why does John Anderson's email up here says info@shushmails.com? That's already a red flag. That doesn't even match. Number two, if I was going to forward an email, it doesn't look like this. It legitimately has the email addresses of all of the parties who received the invoice. So they just completely fabricated this. So here is an actual description of what a forwarded email would look like. It would show the from, the date, the to, the CC, and their emails. So this is just absolutely ridiculous that they would think that this would bypass my team. I taught them better than that, y'all. Sherlock Homie don't play. Okay, so those are just a few red flags off the top. Now, since we're looking at this person's email, that doesn't make any sense. Let's see who Boyd Clewis' email is right here. So what we can do is we can right click right here and we can click here and click copy address. Copy address. So I copy the address, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a notepad so we can see what the actual address is. All right, got my text editor up. I'm going to paste this. Boom. Now look at this, y'all. Let me blow this up for us with some odd challenges. Admail@lowmails.com. That is not my corporate email for my company, not in the least bit. So we already see that this person's email right here, it doesn't match the title. As a matter of fact, let's see here. Copy address. Is that the actual address in there? Yep. Okay. So we see that this person's address is not accurate. So they legitimately sent this email to my accounting department, but they faked me being copied on the actual email, which is pretty bad. Okay, y'all. So the biggest mistake that these scammers actually did was they said, "Hey, attached is your outstanding invoice." Yo, there ain't no attachment on his email. Now look, before y'all say this, I'm not out here trying to get scammers advice, but like, bruh, if you gonna collect some money, at least include an attachment. There's no attachment here, so they ain't getting no payment anyway. But again, thank goodness my team caught this. But these are the type of challenges and scams that are happening every single day. And most organizations don't take the time to teach people about these emails, so they make the mistakes personally, and then they bring that same mindset to their corporate job, and that's how they get the company scammed. This is really bad, y'all. This is really bad. So let me give you some tips real quick on what you can do to protect yourself. Number one, I wouldn't, if you saw an email that came through like this, especially if it was something that you were not expecting, don't even open it, because scammers can actually include things inside of emails that will trigger malware and things just by opening the email. Always confirm the sender is who they say they are. You can actually inspect the actual emails, the names on there, just like I showed you. You can also inspect the actual links. So if we go right here and I go copy link and I bring back in my text editor, let's see what this link says. All right. So it actually says this John A. But let's see if. Yeah, I'm not clicking that. I'm not going to click it. You can inspect the links to actually see where these things are actually going to go. It's super helpful. So one of the other things that scammers like to use, they like to use urgency and fear to try to get you to make a decision quickly. Invoices overdue, considerably late. Handle this matter quickly. We've already talked to your boss. These are telltale signs that this right here is a phishing email. And it's not a really good one, but the fact is, this is something that you have to deal with every single day at work and personally. So you have to make sure that you are protecting yourself. So oftentimes what these scammers will also do is they will include phone numbers for you to call customer support and services, where they will then act like there's a problem with your computer to get access to your computer and ultimately steal sensitive information or try to extort you for some money. And if you want to see exactly how that happens, check out this video where I show you how this process happens and I destroy these online scammers. Enjoy. Peace.